Hello all, Rambling Canuck here, back for another live stream. Sorry folks didn't make it on yesterday. Wasn't feeling all that great. Thomas Potts says hello, first in chat. Life with Matthew. Good afternoon, Rambling. Good afternoon, Life with Matthew. Hope all is well with you and your family. So today I just thought I'd come on and see where the conversation goes and maybe do a rant or two, but I was able to catch DJ Odyssey's last video. CBS is remaking The Stand. Oh, why? And they're actually going to make it longer, because that's what The Stand needed, to be longer. If anybody ever tried to watch The Stand on VHS, they know the fun of switching 4 video cassettes just to watch a movie. I read the book in grade 6. Creeped my teacher out. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure how I feel about The Stand being redone. The only positive I can see is that Stephen King is going to be involved, so fingers crossed. Because we all know how well Stephen King movies go if Stephen King isn't involved. Please see Pet Sematary 2 for any further information. The original. Yeah, boy did that movie suck. Anyway, moving along. And I'm sorry, you just cannot put a Stephen King... You can't do a Stephen King book justice ever. It's just never been done. They've come close, but no. It's just better. Life with Matthew says it is, thanks. Or at least I assume it is. I'm out and about for work. Very cool. Bird of Prey 5 says, hey, hope you're feeling better. I'm yesterday was pretty rough. I wasn't feeling very well. Still not 100%, but I figured I'd jump on quick. Godspeed says, Rambling Canuck, I thought you'd be on the Great Moose Hunt or in the Battle of the Great Apology. Depends on how the federal election goes. Provincial one sucked. Bird of Prey 5 says, don't hate me. Rambling Canuck, I have to start streaming in a few minutes. Was ready to go live. It's all good. I don't plan on being on very long. I'm not exactly feeling 100%. So I just figured I'd jump on because I didn't make it on all yesterday because I had a migraine that just would not go away. And yeah, I've been trying to deal with doctors and going to kill them all. Life with Matthew says, LOL, I was also a minute from releasing a video, but not a live stream. It seems great minds think alike. Bird of Prey 5 says, sorry you're not feeling good, glad to hear from you. Yeah, yeah, so I'll just quickly do my little rant. And I'm pretty sure if Anti-Trekker ever hears this, he'll completely understand. But I'm going to say it. Doctors are stupid. Doctors are the stupidest people on planet Earth. As some of you know, my health has kind of gone down. My pain level has gone completely through the roof, and nothing seems to be getting it back to normal. So I went to my doctor, and I explained to her that my knee is getting worse and my hip, and unfortunately the MRI isn't till November. So what can we do to reduce the pain until we know exactly how bad the damage is? And my doctor looked at me and with a straight face said, well, with your condition, you're always going to have pain. Our main goal isn't pain management, but to make sure that you have functionality. Now, if anybody has ever suffered from pain, don't think that functionality and pain are related. When you're in pain, you don't function. So we're saying we're not worried about the pain management. All we want to do is make sure you're functional. Is like saying we want milk, but we don't want to milk the cow. It's just stupid. So after pausing and not saying the first thoughts that came to my mind, like were you dropped on your head as a child, I explained that due to the pain, I'm not sleeping. Therefore, I can't function. So we need to do something about the pain so that I may function. Because there's a correlation between how much pain I'm in and the functionality. And after about 30 minutes of explaining this and trying to get her to see the light, some progress was made. Not a lot, but some. Then I got the all-famous, well, I'll send an email to your specialist. If you are like me and have the fun thing of having 2 specialists plus a family doctor, you will learn just how useless a family doctor really is. Because before they can do anything, they have to talk to the specialists. Now, my back specialist is antisocial. She hates responding to any email. She hates updating the doctors about anything. And would prefer to just, well, do what she wants. My other specialist for my kidney, he's actually sociable, so that's not so bad. However, the pain is my back specialist. So, yeah, it usually takes about 6 months to get anything done. So, yay me. That's been my week. On the plus side, my son had his 5th game over the weekend, and they won 42-12. Making them 5-0. My son got 2 touchdowns in that game. This weekend we are looking forward to the hardest game of the season. It's against the team that I can't stand. And they're also undefeated, so it'll be the matchup of the undefeated teams this weekend. And then we face them again on their home field the following weekend, and I'm not looking forward to that because even though it's a child's game, and this kind of annoys me, so I'm going to go into rant number 2. As a father of a son who likes sports, can anybody explain to me why in the hell people think it's great to drink 5 beers before a kid's football game? Because the team we're going up against next week and the week after, when you go to their home field, 50% of the people are liquored up. Like, this isn't even a pro sports game. And it's usually in the afternoon, and people have already had 4 beer. It is insane. I'm going to break from my rant here quickly. Godspeed says, Rambling Canuck, they're planning on bringing back the Irish elk using mooses into the different educate me. Moose are huge. Don't hit them. My Uncle Bob tells a story. He used to drive pulp truck to give you an idea of what a moose is capable of. My uncle used to drive pulp truck in the bush. And a pulp truck fully loaded hit a moose going 60 kilometers an hour. They tracked the blood trail for 3 hours and never found the moose. So a moose can survive being hit by a semi going 60 kilometers an hour fully loaded and walk away. They're not the animal to mess with. Just saying. Rambling Canuck, doctors looked at my feet, and one doctor said, all my years I have never seen bones like these, and told me to take painkillers, made me a jerk and paranoid. I'm all over counter painkillers. Yeah, unfortunately, with my condition, that's the only thing they can do. They knock me out at times and mess with my sleep. Constant nightmares now. Yeah, it's all finding about your happy medium. Myself, I have a high tolerance to medication, so yeah, I have that too, which is fun. Rambling Canuck, Godspeed says I need 5 bandages per foot to be able to walk with a crutch. I'm sorry to hear that. I told the doctor, so you're doing nothing with something that depresses and really hurts me. Sure, if anything happens. And Anti-Trekker's in the room. Hello, Anti-Trekker. So, I'm going to circle back to my original rant because you, of all people, will appreciate this. As you may have noticed, I haven't been in your live streams lately because my back has gone completely out. I haven't really been able to focus much, and my doctors are useless. I went to my family doctor after seeing my specialist, who did the whole "we need to send you for an MRI" gig. And so I went to the family doctor to see, well, what can we do in the meantime? Get the pain level down till we see what the damages are. And my doctor said the stupidest thing to come out of a human being in a very long time. She looked at me and she says, well, your condition, you'll always have pain. So we're not focused on the pain, we're focused on the functionality. So we're more trying to keep you functioning. Well, I looked at her and I said, have you ever tried to function well in pain? It doesn't work very well. So what are we going to do about the pain? So, yeah, that's been my week. Doctors are stupid. Very, 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 very stupid. Yeah, we're not going to focus on the pain because you're always going to be in pain. Instead, we're going to focus on the functionality, not realizing that one is connected to the other. Because they're so stupid. But my other fun is I have 2 specialists. So my family doctor, her favorite phrase is above my pay grade. So yeah, yeah, it's fun because you go to one doctor, they go, well, it's probably the kidney. You go to the kidney specialist, they go, oh, it's probably the back. So then you go back to the back specialist and they go, oh, go see the family doctor. I don't think it's your back. And then you just go around in circles for about 3 months before something gets done. But yeah, oh, yeah, it's been interesting. But yeah, so I'm trying to get functional again. Today I'm feeling a little bit better, but still, I don't know. My main issues are my hip, my back, and my knee right now. It's, yeah, probably when I done this, I'm going for a soak because I can feel my knee already starting to swell. So yeah, it's been fun, and I apologize to everybody I'm not on as frequently as I used to be or in everybody's chats, but I've been laid out, so I apologize. And Godspeed says, Anti-Trekker, hey man, bird streaming. Amy Ritchie says it's 5 o'clock somewhere, I guess. Yeah, exactly. Anti-Trekker says, yeah, I have seen a moose up close in Alaska. A male can get upwards of 1,500 pounds. That is 680 kg for you freaks. Haha. Anti-Trekker says, people do not realize how big they are. Yeah, they're freaking huge. And they can still come out of nowhere. I've seen them just pop out of like the side of the road in Ontario. It's crazy. You're going down a 90-degree turn and all of a sudden there's this moose the size of a truck sitting in front of you. It's kind of fun. Godspeed says, Anti-Trekker, but everything's bigger when you're a hobbit. Anti-Trekker, I am so sorry. Yeah, focus is gone. I feel that. Yeah, it's been a battle just to kind of keep the house going, never mind anything else. So again, I apologize I'm not on as much, but my back has just been out. Nightberry's Rambling Canuck, hope you find something to ease your suffering. Yeah, just need to get the doctors to get their heads out of their rear ends. Which is going to take about a year. Well, you missed the fun then. I was in an accident a little over a week ago. Yes, I saw that. I did catch that, and I'm just glad that it wasn't any worse than what it was. Um, Although it is kind of reassuring to know that Winnipeg isn't the only place with stupid drivers. But yeah, yeah, I saw that, and I send my best to you and your family for that one. I'm just glad it wasn't any worse, and that your son and your wife are okay. Um, but yeah, when it rains, it pours, right? Anti-tracker, just a hairline fracture, but here is the funny part. I have been fighting with HR about my time off of work, and I told her, look, it's the pain that is messing me up. How bad is it? Well, literally broke my back, and it hurts a little more. Yeah, people generally are very stupid. Like, for instance, with me, um, my favorite is they'll see me out at a football game, like my son's football game or something, and they'll be like, "Oh, you must be feeling better." No, I'm here in spite of the pain. Not because the pain is gone. I'm here in spite of the pain. And yeah, so yeah, people. I mean, unless it's a physical injury where they can see it, like a broken leg, a broken arm, something that's visual, then they kind of get it. But for people who you can't see, um, um, can't see the injury because it's internal, they seem to be like the light bulb doesn't go on. It just, they can't grasp that, okay, we can't see the injury, but there's an injury. Um, yeah, people are just stupid that way, I guess. Not all people, but just most. Godspeed says, Anti-Trekker, how you coping today? Anti-Trekker says, Godspeed, well, listen to Rambling, that's how I feel as well. Yeah, I'm sometimes amazed how long you go on, Anti-Trekker, because with my back, my live streams have been real short, like 15, half hour, because just sitting in my chair just doesn't bode well for me, without a few obscenities. Godspeed says, Rambling, hidden illness. Yeah, hidden illnesses are the worst because people can't visualize. If people can't visually see what's wrong, they tend to either go the route, you're just looking for sympathy, you're making it up, you're exaggerating, well, you're up and walking, so it can't be that bad. Yeah. Yeah, people are for non-visual injuries, they just don't get it. And the other thing that they don't understand, and Anti-Trekker, you've mentioned this on your live streams a few times, and I completely agree. What people don't understand is, and what people don't understand is when you are in pain 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and it's not a matter of whether you're in pain, it's a matter of the degree of pain you are in at that precise moment. And you know there's never going to be a day when you wake up and you don't feel pain. It wears on you. That first time your child looks at you, no matter how old they are, this has happened to me. My son, Hey, Dad, me and my friends are going to the football pitch. You want to come? We could use you to throw the ball around. And you have to look at him and say, I can't do it. Those things get to you. And, or just simply some days going from your room or where you are to the coffee maker is a struggle. And that typically people don't see, because if you're like me, you usually, when you're out and about, you put on your best face, and you don't let people, if you're like me, you don't usually let people in, and you don't let them see just how bad it really is, because the last thing you want to hear is, oh, here, let me get that for you, or, oh, the blah, 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 and you just, after a while, it gets to you. Even that gets to you. People trying to help you gets to you. And because when you know that tomorrow, no matter what you do, you're going to feel that same pain the next day. Just getting the gumption to get out of bed is like, really, why bother? But for most of us, we do it. And we deal with the pain, and we move on. And sometimes we just can't. It just overtakes us, and we just go to hell with it. And it's usually then that people go, well, what did you do? What happened? And you kind of go, yeah, it's not what I did. It's just normal for me. And then the worst thing, the absolute worst thing, and I've kind of become a little jaded, I guess, is when you're laying there and you just rolled over, and Anti-Trekker probably knows what I'm talking about, and you've cracked 6 vertebrae by simply rolling over. And then you got up and popped your hip just for fun. And somebody calls you and says, oh, I have this headache and a little bit of a flu, so I called in sick to work today because I just couldn't handle it. And you just want to throw the phone. Either that or them. Because you're sitting there going, and your point is, people who suffer chronic pain, and that's people who have pain 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, no matter what they do, are the last people you want to tell you have the flu and act like it's the end of the world. Because I can tell you right now, even if they're the politest people in the world, they are thinking, shut the up. Can I switch? I'll trade you any day of the week. It's made me a little jaded, because I that's something I can't tolerate, is somebody looking at me going, oh, I have a plugged nose and a sore throat. I'm so drained. And you just want to look at them, smack them upside the head, kick them in the ass, and tell them to get out the door and do something. But yeah, but getting back to the chat, because I'm kind of getting behind. Rambling, Godspeed says, Rambling Canuck, you say, excuse me for a while. I leave the room for a minute, then we hear screaming for a minute, and then when 60 seconds is up, here, rambling here. Yeah, exactly, pretty much. Anti-Trekker, preach it, my Canadian brother from mother north of the border. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I figured you'd understand, but yeah, it's interesting. Kurdistani medical technology is superior. Sure. Have they come up with the buy one back, get one free? Rambling Canuck and Anti-Trekker hope one day you both will wake up with no pain. I also hope Joe gets out of bed. Yes, me too. And in a way, I feel bad too, because here we are and we can still walk. Bird of prey can't do that. So, in a way, it's kind of like, what the hell am I complaining about? At least I can still walk. It hurts, but at least I can still walk. So, yeah, that's kind of humbling too. So, Anti-Tricker says, Kurogan doctors, so we understand you are suffering from chronic pain and you will always have that pain. So when the pain gets too much, just shove this bamboo under your fingernails. Yeah, pretty much. That's Canadian doctors, never mind. But the doctor, just make it hurt more. Doctor says, yes, but you won't be thinking about the... Yeah, exactly, pretty much. That's the theory. Godspeed says, Rambling Canuck, I have a slight headache. I'm calling off work tomorrow. LOL. Anti-Tricker. Anti-Trigger says, oh, your back is out, man. I understand. Just last week, I stubbed my toe. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It is amazing what people will associate with. The worst one ever, and it has nothing to do with pain, but the worst association ever that I ever had, where somebody went, oh, really? And then told me their lame-ass story, was when my father died. My father had passed away, and it was about 3 days after, and my friend came to me and they went, I totally understand. The family dog passed away a couple of months ago, and it was devastating. Now, I love my dog, and I can understand a love between a pet owner and a pet. However, comparing that to losing your father is, yeah, that conversation didn't end well, and yeah, but that was the most fun one I've ever gotten. Isn't it true Kurogan doctors are a glove with a face drawn on it? Possibly. Either that or Kurogan doctors starred in The Simpsons. The Kurogan head doctor would always walk in and say, hi, everybody, I'm Dr. Neek. Oh boy, Bert's gonna kill me for that one. Anti-Trekker, oh, there is no question Joe will get out of that bed. It may take him 20 years, but he will do it. I absolutely agree. Godspeed says, it is like saying to a gunshot victim, oh, I know how you're feeling, I bit my tongue. Yeah, exactly. I don't understand where people get these, like, I understand what you're going through. I have not experienced a darn thing that you have in your life. However, I stubbed my toe, I spilt my coffee, something stupid. But since Bird is on, I'm going to end it here and let everybody jump over to his stream. So, until next time, take her easy, folks.